Okay, hi guys. So, I'm just gonna show you in this video how to feed Alfred, just in case you need like spot checking or anything. So this is her tub that she'll be in, and right now she is under her little hide right here. So we have her, and I'm gonna leave this cup out, and this is what I use to thaw the worms in. I would do 2 or 3 a day depending on how hungry you think she is. I only have 1 in there right now because I already fed her today. And then we have a gallon of water and the aquarium bucket because you'll have to clean up the worms that she doesn't eat. So first, when you get her out of the fridge, here's the fridge. She'll be on the bottom shelf. And so when you get her out, if you could just check the water temperature, which I'll have that in her water or in a cup of water like I do there, and make sure that it doesn't fall below 40 at the lowest. It should stay around 45. And then take her out, and it's a little bit heavy. So take her out, and then if she doesn't look like she is interested in what's going on, so like right now, she's like already been fed, so she's not coming out, but you can take this out, and just like put it anywhere. I have taken up all of my table space. Okay, there we go. So there she is. So now she's out, and you just take the turkey baster, which I'll also leave out for you, suck up the worms after they've thawed, which should take a few minutes, and then I like to place it on the bottom of the tub, and just like let the worms settle to the bottom, and then when you go to feed her, you have to put the worms in front of her mouth. So just go over to her and put them like a little bit above her mouth, and I'm just squeezing like very, very gently with my thumb, and it'll just like peep out the bottom few worms in front of her face, and you can just like hold it there, and if she's interested, she'll take a few bites. So she did just take a few bites, if you were able to see that, and now she's chewing. And yeah, so I already fed her today, so she's not really interested. As you can see, she's like, get away from me, Mom. But yeah, normally she'll eat, and then when she like stops being interested, you can stop, or if you've gone through all the worms, you can stop, and it's like a really messy process. As you can see, there's worms everywhere, so I'm just gonna try one more time to give her a little bit. She's like super not interested, so we're just gonna give up. Okay, so I just put the worms in there because I could potentially reuse them, but actually when you're cleaning up, so these worms that are around on the ground, you just pick them up and put them in the aquarium bucket. So since I only used 1 cube, there's not a lot down here, but you'll see when you use 2 or 3, she like gets really messy. So it might take a few minutes to clean up, and you really need to try to get every worm if you can. Sometimes they get stuck in her gills and you don't see them until the next day, and that's fine. But just try and get as many as you can. You can scoot her around, as long as you don't touch her tail right here, which she hates. But other than that, you can scoot around and try and find them. And then she's done. You can put her hide back on her. Yeah, then she's good. And then these, I don't have a garbage disposal, unfortunately, so the worms have to go down the toilet, and it just takes a couple flushes. And yeah, that's it. And then you can just leave everything out for the next day. And she goes back into the fridge on the same shelf. And I'll have this. I like to keep this on her. And there's kind of some condensation when you first take it off, so you can just wipe that up. So I just want to show you, what did I want to show you? Oh gosh, I don't remember. Okay, well I guess that is all. So I'll just mention I've changed a couple things for the ferrets, so their water bottles are now in this contraption that Patrick made. And I've changed this water bowl to a food bowl, so hopefully they'll use that. This is their rice box, and they play in it, and they're allowed to make a mess, and it's fine. And yeah, that should be it. I also added a couple water bottles for Gur, so you might actually never have to add water for him, but if you could just check at that 2-week mark that we talked about, that would be awesome. Oh, I remember. Okay, so after you've taken out the worms, you'll have taken out some water, and that is usually okay as a water change. If it's looking like a little bit grungy to you, you can just take this out, take out the hide, pick this up, and dump out water, and like be really careful not to dump Alfred out, and just like a little bit, and then fill it back up to the mark, which you'll see when you're live and in person, but it's right here. Fill it back up to the mark, or you can put in extra water, that's fine. And I'll have these water bottles everywhere so that you can do that. Yeah, and that should do it. Yeah, thank you.